Oh, John, must you go? I must. This is goodbye, woman.
Was that good enough?
Wow, what a great movie! What'd you think of it, Effie? Oh, yeah, it was good. Hey, I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Alright, I'll tell you if there's anything post-credits. Hi, my name's Effie, and I don't cry a lot. Once I stopped doing a lot of things, like crying at the slightest inconvenience and taking math classes, I wasn't as prone to tears anymore. Even after entering art school where you'll receive the most scorching negative critiques on pieces you spent a lifetime on, I still managed not to cry once. Thing is, being tough doesn't mean I'm immune to sadness. I could see the most toe-curling, horrific event unfold before me, and 9 times out of 10 keep my composure pretty well. But if that same moment was presented to me animated on a tiny little screen, that's a different story. Yeah, that's right. I cry like a little bitch when I watch anime. And while no, this isn't a particularly special trait in me because, well, anyone can cry to an anime, go figure. What I do find special is when a piece of media is able to make me cry like a little bitch because it's so rare for me to get that emotional. I've become such a sucker for this connection, especially since in the last 2 years, tearjerkers are starting to not jerk my tears off.
Why did I write that?
Recently, I've been reminiscing on all the anime that made me cry. It led me to create a little list of the most memorable cries I've ever had.
But first...
Look, I already know I'm going to get complaints about all the sad tearjerker anime I missed if I go straight into my own list. But don't worry, I'm Effie. I come prepared. Before we talk more about me, let's talk about you. I asked you, yes you, on Instagram what anime made you cry the most. And we got a few answers. I then asked a few of my friends, because yes, I have those, what their personal picks were too. But that wasn't enough for me. To truly complete the list of what everyone else deems a sad anime, I did what no one else could do. I googled it, so with all of these answers put together into one comprehensive list, I will now score what you thought were the saddest anime ever out of 10 for how much they personally made me cry. 0 for no tears, and 10 for maximum tearjerker snot mess. How am I supposed to describe that? I'm sure you'll disagree with me here and there, so that's why I encourage everyone watching to join me in the comments with your own scores. And for anyone concerned, this will be a spoiler-free video. So, let's go! We're gonna start this whole video off strong with one of the most infamous tearjerkers out there, Clannad. Clannad is so infamous for being a tearjerker that I'm not sure how I managed to miss that key factor when I started watching it around a decade ago. I do remember watching it for the romance, which isn't a bad motive, but I think I was too young to really get what made the connection between Tomoya and Nagisa special. Still, this is a rating based on how much something made me cry, and well, surprise surprise, After Story completely crushed me. So with all that in mind, this is an obvious 10 out of 10. See? Simple, right? What a positive way to start this list off. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Our next entry is Your Lie in April. 0 out of 10.
Okay, alright.
I can explain. A couple years ago, I gave this series a try because, hey, a rom-com. I love those. You know what else I love? A good anime opening. Yes, Your Lie in April has this wonderful performance video by Goose House themselves, and it was one of my favorite performances back then. So I read the comments and... Next we have Anohana! 1 out of 10. I promise I'm not being contrarian, I didn't finish Anohana. Next up, Attack on Titan! 1 out of 10. Oh, I'm absolutely being contrarian. I love telling people I've never seen more than 1 episode. It pisses all of my friends off. Every time they beg me to watch it, I give them the smuggest grin, knowing in my head that they know I'm never going to watch it. And that eats at them. I'm a really good friend. Next we have Akame ga Kill. Say it with me. I didn't watch it. School Life. I didn't watch it. 0 out of 10. Devilman Crybaby. I didn't finish it. 0 out of 10. Steins Gate. Didn't finish it. 0 out of 10. Angel Beats. Are you getting tired of me telling you I didn't finish an anime only to give it a 0 out of 10? Because I know I am. Let's save some time. Here's everything I haven't seen. It also just so happens to be the rest of the list. We're officially done talking about you. We're exclusively talking about me from here on out. Yeah, that's right. Same deal as before, we're gonna rate these suckers, and I want you to join me in the comments. Tell me why First up, fairy tale.
More like fairy fail. No, wait. I have another one. More like mid-tail. Got it? I replaced fairy with mid because it's mid.
It's difficult for me to say I hate fairy tale. I know it's bad, I really do, but it's something that I loved so much when I was, you guessed it, 12. I used to secretly watch this at night after my whole family went to bed because I knew my siblings would make fun of me for watching anime. And right as yet another friendship is magic moment of friendship happens, I got caught by one of my siblings violently sobbing while holding the fairy tale hand sign in the air. I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Just like the series. Next is Kimi ni Todoke. I found this anime at the right place at the right time. Without getting into the details, I grew up a really shy kid and have always struggled to make new friends. Wow, real shocker, right? Back then, it felt like shy main characters were hard to come by, and while that's probably not true, I remember seeing Sawako for the first time, and it really meant a lot to me.
Wow, she also has no friends. She's just like me.
Watching her make friends for the first time not only made me cry for her, but made me cry for me. Next up is Katara-san. I found this anime at the right place at the right time. Without getting into the details, I grew up a really shy kid and wait, another anime about a shy girl discovering the joy of friendship? Is this a coincidence? No, it can't be. Next, Fruits Basket 2001. Some of you might be curious why I'm specifying the 2001 version, especially because nowadays it's regarded as very bad. It's kind of similar to Fairy Tail, where it was one of the first anime I ever saw, so I can't find it in me to be hard on it. The thing is that I don't remember it really making me cry when I watched it for the first time. In fact, the only memory I have of ever crying to it was actually recently. If you watched my last video, you won't be surprised to hear this, but Yuki Soma is my favorite Fruits Basket character. At first, he just seems like the dreamy, silent, and mysterious boy. But his hidden depth is something that always catches me off guard every time I revisit the series. There's an episode where Yuki gets confessed to by yet another girl, and she ends up criticizing him once he rejects her. She says things along the lines of that you think you're better than everybody. You're always to yourself. And you never let anybody get too close. Why? And the obvious answer is that he turns into a rat every time a woman touches him, which isn't the most relatable, but he takes it pretty hard because he can't help the fact that he has to distance himself from other people. But then, there's Toru, smiling like always as she invites him to go play badminton with all of her friends, Momiji, Kyo, Haru. And it's in that moment that Yuki realizes on the courts that if he opens himself up just a little bit more, then he can have friends that he'll truly treasure. This is another character discovers the joy of friendship plotline. God fucking damn it! Is anyone even remotely surprised that a silent voice made me cry? This was Kyoto Animation handing a tale about two characters enduring the consequences of bullying to a high school girl with no friends. Don't even talk to me about high school bullying! I got called piss drinker for a year straight because I had braces and the bands I chose were yellow. Next we have Love Live? What the hell, isn't this that one idol anime? How is that even remotely sad? 0 to 10, jeez.
10 out of 10.
Alright, that's enough of me projecting onto anime characters. I promise that's not the only thing I can cry to. So, with that said, next up is Banana Fish. I have a confession. I've never seen the last episode of Banana Fish. Yeah, real weird, right? Stopping at the very last episode of an anime. Like, just watch that last 20-minute episode. What's wrong with you? It's not that simple. What got me about Banana Fish was all of it, so you can imagine why it's taking me so long to muster up the courage to watch the last episode. I don't exactly like putting myself through painful experiences on purpose, so the 20 minutes and emotional pound town I'd be spending that last episode in isn't exactly my ideal way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Hunter x Hunter. Ooh. I love Hunter x Hunter. I think it's great. I love Gon so much, and what really won me over was in episode 7 when he blew out the can. This spoiler! But my favorite character in particular, to the shock of absolutely nobody, was Killua. Hunter x Hunter's infamous Chimera Ant arc was something I was warned about in advance before even getting into the series, yet it still managed to get me. When Killua would come on screen and even dare imply that he was sad, it made me sad. You know, I hate to admit this, but Meruem? Fuck, that's a spoiler. there was a character in there that I thought was hot for some reason. You can judge me in the comments if you'd like. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever crushed on, so. Anyways. What a good segue. I'm really good at this YouTube thing. Last year, I had the pleasure of watching an anime called Nana because... reasons. All I could think after the first few episodes was wow. The story of two girls who happen to share the same name and destination, who are the complete opposite of each other, yet will grow to feel so much love and connection to one another. And now this image makes me cry. Oh, Effie, what's so significant about an image of two strawberry cups? Go find out. The Case Files of Jeweler Richard. Now this one's a funny story too. I watched this on complete accident. How do you watch something on accident, you might be asking yourself? Well, I'm getting there. Be patient. I actually wanted to watch the case study of Vanitas, which is airing its first season at the time. I wanted to see vampires sucking on each other real bad, so I typed it into Verb and it didn't come up. Verb didn't have it. So instead, they gave me the next best thing they had, which is an anime that just so happened to have the word case in the title. The Case Files of Jeweler Richard. Fuck. I was conflicted. Do I just watch the anime I was given, or do I pay a little visit to and watch Vanitas there? Well, I'll let the next clip tell you what happened. Oh my god, there he is! I think Richard just made his first appearance. Oh my god! He's so fucking hot! Damn, I love their camaraderie. Fuck, how do you say that word?
Camaraderie.
You know you can't spell camaraderie without cum. And so, we finally reached the final series on this list. For our finale, damn, this is getting redundant. We have My Dress-Up Darling. Okay, I already know some of you are gonna make fun of me for this. What's so sad about the anime for lonely people who would never know the touch of another soul to project onto the protagonist to simulate what it's like to have someone be interested in you? So I'm going to spoil the entirety of My Dress-Up Darling episode 4. If you haven't seen it and you want to, get out. Okay. So this brings us to My Dress-Up Darling, a slice-of-life rom-com anime that, while primarily making me laugh, smile, sometimes cringe, wasn't something I really expected much out of. Until... Oh no. Gojo collapsed to his knees and all I could think of was, well, me. It always comes back to me. I go to art school, and as it turns out, a lot of what Gojo did in this episode, while trying to balance creating Marin's cosplay, keeping the Hina doll shop active, and exams, were identical to things I've done as an art student who balances regular exams with multiple art projects every semester. Everything from working tirelessly at your desk until nightfall, to injuring yourself while working, sacrificing sleep, feeling nauseous after overworking yourself, the messy room you have no time to clean, all the way down to wondering how in the hell you are going to manage to get through all of this. Living deadline to deadline is tough, and it makes it easy to forget the reason why you ever loved the thing that you're working so hard towards in the first place. Instead of feeling love, you start to feel stress. And when things get too stressful, it comes down on you all the harder. You're supposed to love what you're doing, but it's become such a heavy burden that you question if it's even worth the struggle. And then Gojo had a flashback to the past, and his grandfather said this: "It's because you love something that you can tough it out when things get rough. Whenever I see my customers smile, I'm always grateful I decided to do this. It's because you want to make someone happy that you can keep going, even when it's hard." And that's it. That's what made me cry. In that moment, I remembered the most important thing about art. If you made somebody happy because of something you created, and, most importantly, if you make yourself happy, then that's all that really matters. Who gives a shit if you're good enough or not? Hearing those words made me not want to give up anymore. And so I wiped my tears, I got back up again, and I kept going. Anyways, another good segue, Effie. And so, with your list and mine combined, my average score is... Well, it's on the screen. I don't feel like doing the math right now. I have absolutely no idea what that says about me. What I do know is that anime can be cool sometimes. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes what you watch can be a meaningful and memorable experience that'll stick with you for years and years to come. It also made me realize that anime fans are the biggest masochists in the world. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? That's it. That's the video. You can all go home now.